I got you and you got me. As long as we're together, we can handle any weather. From New York to across the world, we're gonna keep on shining. Join us on a journey of love and dying.
Alright guys, so today we're making rosemary lemon chicken, sheet pan chicken. So we have the peeled garlic, we have a lemon, let's see, we have rosemary, thyme leaves, some organic olive oil, then we have some kosher salt, and some simple black pepper. I'm probably going to put some garlic and adobo on the chicken as well, but the recipe just calls for like salt and pepper. But you know, us black and Latinos like some adobo and sazon on our chicken, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we do. So the recipe also calls for kale and some potatoes. You can use any kind of potatoes you want. However, one of my closest friends said to use some red potatoes because they have like a sweeter flavor and texture. So we're going to taste these potatoes. I'm going to cut them into slices or quarters or wedges, or just make them small enough. And then we have this kale. I'm not really a fan of kale, but James makes me kale green juice every morning. And the kale, it's good with the green juice because he puts the coconut water, lemon, and ginger, so it tastes good. But since it's going to have like rosemary and lemon on it, let's try to see if this kale is going to taste good this way as well. How I cut up the potatoes right there. Alright, so they're cut into little, well, small wedges, large wedges. Season the chicken quarters. I'm using quarters. The recipe calls for thighs, but we had quarters. So you could season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And this recipe calls for, it's going to be sheet pan chicken, but they also say cook it in a skillet first. Not cook it, but just sear it until it's brown in the skillet. So that's what I'm going to do next. Calls for keeping it in a skillet, cooking in a skillet for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until it's nice and golden brown. But well, not cooking it, like preheating it and making it golden brown, because we're still going to put it in the oven for about 35-40 minutes and things like that. So this is just the first step of the process. Or a pan. Now we're going to add some minced garlic into the pan. Into the bowl of potatoes. Some mixed garlic here. Let's add that. Minced. Did I say mixed? I meant to say minced. Right? Someone's getting on my phone. Oh no. And let's get the thyme going here. They got thyme. Sprinkle some thyme. I probably need a bigger mixing bowl. They say like half a teaspoon or whatever, but I'm just sprinkling it over. And I'll figure it out. And some fresh rosemary. And I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of olive oil and mix it. It's starting to smell good. I guess I don't know if rosemary and thyme comes from the same family, because they kind of look alike, but I think thyme has a more potent smell. So anyway, so we're mixing it. I added some salt and pepper to taste. And they're smelling good and looking good, and the garlic, you can smell it, freshly cut and minced. Okay, so that looks good. Well, the potatoes have the thyme and the olive oil and the rosemary and some garlic and some salt and pepper on them. And I just sprinkled a little bit of adobo and some garlic on the chicken. Now I'm going to preheat the oven. I think I'm going to preheat it to 425 Fahrenheit. That's what the recipe calls for. See, 425 Fahrenheit. We're going to go ahead, it's greasy there. Start that. Looking good, huh? Got to put the lemons on, so I just tossed them in there really quick, and there we go. Alright, so now I washed the kale. Now that the rosemary is in the, the chicken is in the oven and it's cooking, I'm going to put some olive oil, 1 teaspoon of olive oil in the kale, and I'm going to massage it, right? Just make that olive oil get in there. Woohoo, get in there! Woohoo, get in there! Right, can you guess what I'm making now? So I have Hershey cocoa. I have unsweetened 100% cocoa powder. I have semi-sweet mini chocolate chips or morsels. Baking soda. Baking soda. I've got baking soda. Pure vanilla extract. Black beans. And a sweet potato. Yes, I am making black bean brownies. I got this recipe from Daphne Oz, Dr. Oz's daughter. The only thing that I'm not using is hot coffee. I think the hot coffee is used to make the chips, but I hate coffee. So I'm not going to use the coffee. So hopefully they'll still melt the way I want them to. And hopefully it comes out without using the coffee. So let's try it. After the chicken has cooked for about 20 to 25 minutes, I'm taking it out. I'm taking the potatoes out, and I'm going to mix the potatoes with the kale, and then put the potatoes and the kale back on the sheet pan with the chicken. So now I'm going to put it back in the oven to cook for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. I like my chicken crispy and brown, so hopefully this additional 10 or 15 minutes is going to make that happen, and it's also going to make the kale crispy as well. Okay? Some of the kale is burnt, but it's crispy enough, not burnt, but yeah, burnt. So that is crispy enough, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so the kale is crispy enough, but I like my chicken crispier than this, so I'm going to set the kale aside and make it a little more crispier. So while I'm waiting on the chicken to finish baking, I put some brown sugar, some sweet potato, some melted butter, some eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract in here to get some smoothly creamy mixture for the black bean better for you brownies. So let's start mixing this up and see how that works out. So I'm mixing it, but I'm going to mix for some more consistency, so hopefully the lumps come out, so when I start baking them it can be a nice smooth brownie. They're going to be nice and smooth brownies rather. There you have it, folks. This is the rosemary garlic sheet pan chicken. So let's see how it tastes with kale and potatoes. I always show you my plate and James' plate. I'm adding more stuff to James's plate, but as you can see, I like my chicken a little crispier. He doesn't like stuff crispy. I like it crispy, you know. The black beans. James is pureeing the black beans. I mix the chocolate chips in with the sweet potatoes, and as you can see, it's making a nice brown texture like brownies. And I put some cocoa powder, some baking soda, and some salt in this pan. And then I'm going to mix it with the black beans. And then we're going to mix it all together to make the base. Food processor, not a food processor. What do you call that thing? I forgot. Why is my... No idea, James. I have no idea why my camera's upside down. But I'm going to add this black bean mix. You can't see it. I'm going to... Oh, it's thick. So, James, can you do the honors and... add it in the cocoa, please, and thank you. But look at that sweet potato. It looks like real brownie mix, right? It is brownie, but it's sweet potato. It's not flour.
So where do I put this?
Just put it in this.
Oh, damn it.
All right, let me turn off the camera. All right. Thank you. Hold on. All right, I got to stop the camera because James can't get through. So James is going to help me stir. Watch out, James, for a second. Move your hand. See, it looks like good brownie mix, right? Hold on. Watch out for a second. See the brownie mix? It's nice and brown, looking like real brownie mix. So we don't have a mixer. I got to order some stuff on Amazon. So James is just going to stir this until it's nice and smooth, and then we'll take it from there. So this is the black bean brownies. We're going to put in the oven for about 8 minutes. And see and watch them rise. Black bean brownie muffins. And see how they come out. Will they taste like black beans? Will they taste like brownies? Let's test them out and see. I turned them upside down because they look a little better upside down because they're like evened out and all that kind of stuff. but they're coming out really good. I can't wait for James to try these because he was very resistant. I wanted to make these for 3 weeks, but I'm like, I'm not going to make them if James is not going to eat them. So I decided to make them, and James finally gave in, and he's going to try them. So let's see what he thinks about them. For the moment of truth, James, taste one of the black brownies that you were so against.
Yes, let's see. Oh, good.
What does it taste like?
Good.
Brownies? Do you taste the black beans? No, right? It tastes like a real brownie, huh? There's a black beans and sweet potato as a base.
Yes. Great stuff, my love. Great decision to make this.
You woke up after 3 weeks of you saying, oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Right? But now I see you're eating those. You're devouring them. It's almost gone.
Yes, indeed. Excellent choice, my love.
You're welcome. Well, I need to put this down because I want to taste it the way I want to taste it. Right.
Hello, my love. It's Nina Nicole and James D. Rivera. It's the future Riveras. That's right, my love. Right, poofy head?
Yes. You call them your love. They're your love.
No, you're my love. You. The future Nina Nicole Rivera.
Yes. So, thank you for tuning into this episode of Love and Dining. You usually see James Dean Rivera behind the kitchen and cooking and stuff. But today, I decided to go ahead and cook it as well as bake. As you can see that I made the rosemary lemon chicken along with black bean brownies, who James did not want me to make for the longest time because he thought that black beans and brownies didn't go together. But I got this recipe from Daphne Oz. I was watching Dr. Oz one day. And I was like, ooh, I want to try that. So I decided to try it, and they came out really good. They taste like real great brownies. So I'll put the link to her recipe down there if you want to make that yourself. And I'll also put the link to the rosemary chicken that I received. So I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Love and Dining. And then there's going to be more at-home meals. Today I was supposed to make some plant-based black bean meatballs. Black beans, it's like a trend here.
Something like that.
I'll make that another time. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in, and then you're going to see more of James and I cooking together, and then more of me cooking, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
I don't want to say, yeah, I'm learning how to cook more rich and healthier meals. I usually just cook eggs and pancakes and things, easy, simple things or whatever, in quinoa and chicken bowls. But now I'm like actually digging into a lot of different recipes here and there.
Yes, indeed.
So anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Love and Dining. James, take it away.
Yes, and tune in next week for the 300th video of my YouTube channel.
It's 300 videos already?
That's right.
Woo!
This is 299. Next week will be the 300th video of my YouTube. And there'll be like about a 5-minute retrospective or what have you. So,
Wait.
Tune in for that.
Is that 300 poems or just 300 videos?
No, 300th video.
Oh, okay.
My 300th YouTube video. I can't even believe the milestone's going to be reached. 300 videos. Who would have thought?
Wow.
So, yes, tune in next week, Sunday at midnight for my usual Sunday poetry. But that'll instead be a 300th video retrospective. Thank you guys for your support and for tuning in on this channel. And there's going to definitely be more videos, more good times. Right, my love?
Si, senor. Yes, there will be. I made cauliflower pizza last night, but I think I made the crust too watery or too thick, so the crust didn't take. So maybe the next time I'm going to try to make it and then film it. Hopefully the second time is a charm. So maybe that will be the next video, but I'm still gonna look up some recipes and then figure out what we're gonna make. And I hope you enjoy these recipes. So if you enjoy them and you enjoy watching us cook and bake and stuff like that, please let us know, and let us know what you want us to cook or try to cook, because we're amateurs at it, but it tastes good to me. Does it taste good to you?
Yes, it did.
All right. Anything else, James Dean
Rivera?
I
don't know, Miss Nina Nicole Rivera.
Okay.
Having said that, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, take care, everybody. Nina Nicole Rivera and James D. Rivera signing off. Peace out, everybody.
Until next time, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Love and Dining.
Yes, indeed.
Bye.
Everybody. Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.
That one.